welcome to Science with Simpson. This week looks a little bit different, and I'm shooting this live to you from home downstairs in my own science lab. So we're going to pretend today with a few little key things that'll help you for this week if you're coming traditional on Monday, 5 days a week, or if you're going to start with this hybrid on Tuesday for 6th graders, Wednesday for 7th graders, 8th grade, Thursday. Okay, here we go. The first thing is you enter into my lab. I'm going to squirt you with a little bit of hand sanitizer as you enter, and then I'm going to check your temperature. Then you will enter into my lab. So come on in as we go. Now, again, this is my lab at home, but you'll also realize that a lot of the equipment and things that you see here are from my classroom last year. I needed a place for it to go. So keep on coming with me into the lab. And this week, what we're talking about all week long is lab safety. So come on in. I want to show you just a couple things that you might remember. Something that travels with me everywhere that we go is my HandyDandy Glow, because you never know where in the world you're going to be doing Science with Simpson. Today, I brought you downstairs into my own lab, and so you can see some of the things that have been with us along our entire journey. And for those of you who are new here, well, welcome to my lab. So, a couple of things with science and with lab safety this week. You're going to start out with my favorite lab safety video, and one thing we'll talk about as you are taking in chemicals, you always want to waft, never breathe directly into the chemicals. Also, with your hair, you're going to want to, when we're working with the lab, always bring something to pull your hair back. Another huge key for lab safety. Thank you to my videographer. Another huge key with lab safety is we will always wear goggles, eye protection when needed. Something I forgot that's going to be new to you if you're in person with me this week is you'll always be wearing a mask. So will I. We're going to talk a little bit more about what to expect this week with Science with Simpson. Hello to my bio students. Hey, your work this week is a little bit different. I know everybody else around these parts is doing lab safety. You are, but we're also really digging into some 9th grade standards with scientific knowledge. So your digital notebook is actually going to take you this entire week. And there are stop signs along the way. I'm going to be doing many lessons prior to your work each day specifically for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So let's take a quick look at what's expected. Monday and Tuesday, take a look, are nothing but lab safety. So here we go. Monday and Tuesday, real quick, write your name in, boom. How to use this digital notebook. You can change the fonts, highlight, fun, okay? Essential question, what are lab policies and procedures imperative to follow? You know, so you don't light your hair on fire. So here's our lab safety. Cool video. Tell me 5 things you need to know when working in the lab. Again, here is our cool little, as a picture, you're going to drag and drop this circle over. You're like, oh my gosh, the trash can is on fire. Find the 10 things that are wrong. She's washing her eyes and, okay. So drag all 10 red circles onto something terrible happening in the photo. And then you're going to choose one to write about and explain why what's happening here is wrong. So that's, what to do on this page. Next is there's a Quizlet that will help you, but you should know pretty much the names of all of these science tools, and then you're going to fill in their names. On the next slide, here is a very scary science story, and you're going to read it, and you're going to explore the mistakes that the students have done in the lab, then write and describe about what you see the students, the rules they're breaking, the procedures they're breaking. Next slide, type when you would wear goggles, type why you would tie your hair back. Type why you would use safety tongs, and when should you, or why would you unplug something that's electric. And then last, just kind of read through these lab safety rules. There's 60 of them. You need to print, or I'll have a copy for you if you're there traditionally, but you're going to scan it, sign it, and email this back to me. So do me a favor. If you have an iPhone, you can open up Notes, and you can actually make scan this particular document, and or you can print it out from this link. All right, so you'll stop here Monday. Tuesday, you'll follow along. You're actually going to be making a poster with those 60 right here. I've broken down the rules to you in 8 sets. There are 8 different little sections over here. You're going to choose a rule or two that you are a summarize student behavior right here in rule number or section number 1. So I'd call this set 1, summarize how students should behave in the lab. Okay. Now here's where things get a little bit, this is all new information. So we have a claims, evidence, and reasoning to complete for Wednesday. And what we'll be doing is in class, either on Zoom, if you're there with me, or if you're traditionally there face-to-face, we will be talking claim, evidence, reasoning. And then you're actually going to look at the question, is oil more or less dense than water? And then we will write the claim in, whatever you're claiming, drag over the evidence, and then put your reasoning as of why, okay? After that, we're going to watch a video on scientific methods and put that puzzle down below, which should take all of about 5 seconds together. Then on this wheel, this is basically your whole life. You have looked at a few steps to the scientific method, but what we're going to find really and truly in the scientific method is it's more like a wheel that continually revolves. And so you might know the old steps. First we ask the question, right? And then you know the steps to the scientific method, so you put them in the wheel. But here's the truth. The wheel continually revolves. So we'll talk a little bit about that. What does the quotation at the top of the slide mean? There's no fixed sequence of steps that all scientific investigations follow. Why do you think this scientific method is a circle? Why is ask a question always at the center? And you know that. We're forever asking questions that we've got to find the answer to. All that is due by Wednesday. Again, here's where Ms. Simpson is going to talk a lot to you about what's the difference between an observation and an inference. I'll tell you the huge key. Observations happen with your senses. Inferences are an observation that you can now draw a conclusion to. So if you see a conclusion drawn, you have made an inference. And what we'll do is tell the difference between the two of them. And then you have an actual assignment to do, observation versus inference. Thursday gets a little bit more tricky. And we're going to be, this is Thursday. Turn this in Thursday. And then Friday is qualitative versus quantitative data. Again, qualitative data, we're going to quickly look at the differences between qualitative versus quantitative, and we'll watch a video to tell us and really look in the difference of that. I'll be teaching you that, and then the difference between reliability and accuracy, and that will be all the way to Friday. Okay, so you'll have this going on at the same time that you're making your memes and also doing a scientific method web quest. So do you have more work than anyone else in science in the entire school? Yes. Are you in a high school class this year and expected to have more? Am I expecting more out of you regardless? Yes. So there you have it. I'll be with you here along the way. We're going to be learning something new this week. So real quick, look, our other assignments are memes, which is going to be fun. It'll be fun. We're making memes. Your favorite 3. So Google your poop. I went to the wrong thing. Google your 3. No, I didn't. I got to fix that. Google your 3 favorite memes. And I'll fix that link because I put the wrong one. And then do me a favor and do this interactive scientific method web quest. And there you have it. Your whole week is set. So I'll see you very soon, either on Zoom or face-to-face or hybrid on Thursday. All right, take it easy.